Honorable Naisula.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise on a point of order under Standing Order 114 and also Article 114 of the Constitution. And I must say on the onset that the vision that my friend Honorable Moreu has is excellent. That all our school-going children are fed in school, Madam Speaker, because the same challenges that a child in Samburu faces is the same where children in Gatanga face, Madam Speaker. But it is important that I bring to your attention that listening to his motion, Madam Speaker, it touches on money matters that has come to this House. Because Article 114 says, in the opinion of the Speaker of the National Assembly, a motion makes provision for a matter listed in the definition of a money bill. The Assembly may proceed only in accordance with the recommendations of the relevant committee, which in this case is the Budget and Appropriations Committee of the Assembly, after taking into account the views of the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance, Madam Speaker. And so it would need concurrence with Treasury, Madam Speaker. And so the spirit of the amendment is in perfect, I support it, but I believe it has come a bit too late. He should have brought it when we were doing the Budget and Appropriations Committee, looking at all the recommendations of the committees, and also during the budget policy statement. That is when it should have come, because then we would have appropriated the funds. Even this 3 billion that we have been fighting for ASAL areas was not there. We've had to fight for it. Now, if we say that 3 billion we divide into small pieces now to get to our children, it is not possible. And so I believe in the next cycle, BPS, he can bring it, and I can assure you, Honorable Moreu, I will support it. But I believe it has come in a bit too late. And so, Madam Speaker, I do hope that you find this to be a money amendment and decline to propose the question of the amendment of my very good friend, Honorable Moreu.
Farah Malim was going first.
Madam Speaker, I also join my sister from Samburu. And I want to say from the outset, I have nothing against all Kenyan children being accorded a certain portion or meal for them to be able. I do know that there are pockets of poverty all over the country. But Madam Speaker, these things have got to be done at the right time. Mr. Makiri Muriu, who is my colleague in the JLAC, should have thought about this way earlier and brought up that kind of a move or motion to the attention of the Budget Committee. And here it says, and I go back again, if in the opinion, that's the Constitution, this is the Constitution 2010, if in the opinion of the Speaker of the National Assembly, a motion makes provision for matters listed in the definition of a money bill, anything that has a cost, the Assembly may only proceed in accordance with the recommendations of the relevant committee of the Assembly, after taking into account the views of the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance. So this thing was dead ab initio, and I think it's dead and it cannot proceed. And also the same provision is there in the standing orders, the same number, standing order number 114. Mr. Muriu, good idea. Work on it next year, and we'll see how we can work on it, because then there's going to be sufficient provision in terms of sufficient funds for all the children of Kenya. In any case, it's unconstitutional for us now to begin considering this in the budget. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
May I have the mic? I think I'll give an opportunity. I can see your card there. The Vice Chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee. I know you're standing in for the Chairperson. It's good to hear from the committee.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The amendment by my friend Honorable Moreu is a good one. All of us here have constituencies, we have schools. I think it will be in the interest of every member that we have school feeding programs in all schools. However, the budget making process starts much early. We are at the tail end of the budget making process. That is why we have the budget policy statements that lays the direction and the foundation upon which the figures are now set. So, to respond to my friend Honorable Muriu, under Article 114 of the Constitution, and also Standing Order number 114, it requires that a motion of this nature must be presented first to the Budget and Appropriations Committee to undertake three things. One, for the Budget and Appropriations Committee to conduct public participation, consult the public on the matter. Two, to consult National Treasury for their views and advice, because they need to advise on availability of resources. The National Treasury has to advise on sustainability of the project. And then thereafter, the Budget Committee is expected to table a report or to present recommendations to the floor of this House. Madam Speaker, I want to report that that has not happened. The member did not submit his request to the Budget and Appropriations Committee. In view of the foregoing, therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to request that you decline the amendment. Use your discretion to decline this amendment because it has come a bit too late. But I would want to advise the member to pick up the matter with the chairman of the Education Committee so that the discussion can begin between the committee and the Minister of Education, so that this program to expand the school feeding to accommodate the whole country can be captured in the Ministry of Education planning, so that now from there it can appear in the next budget policy statement, upon which now we as the Budget and Appropriations Committee can put the figures so that we can accommodate the entire country. But as it stands now, I think it has come a bit too late. However, it's a very good idea. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable members, let's not flog a dead horse. Yes?